The clown trend.
In 2016, a killer clown trend went completely viral. People were reporting terrifying encounters, claiming they saw clowns approaching their homes while carrying different kinds of weapons. One such case surfaced online, showing a clown walking right up to a house. The way he tilts his head while staring directly into the camera makes it clear his intentions seem completely sinister.
Disclaimer, this video contains 5 highly disturbing Ring doorbell footages. Just to be clear, this video does absolutely not promote any kind of violence or criminal activity, mostly because the channel owner doesn't have any criminal background and would very much like to keep it that way. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Three days later.
Caitlin Curtis is a TikToker who typically creates content focused on hairstyles. But on July 27, 2021, she uploaded a video that was a terrifying departure from her usual niche. It was 3 a.m. Her doorbell camera captured a man approaching her front door in the middle of the night. As she watched the footage, she realized something that made her blood run cold. She recognized him as the same man she had seen at a local park just 3 days earlier. In the video, the man isn't fixing his hair and even using his finger to brush his teeth. He appeared to be straightening up, acting as if he were preparing for a formal meeting or a date. The realization that this stranger hadn't just stumbled upon her house, but had followed her home and was now waiting at her door, left her feeling utterly violated.
Right behind you.
Our next footage takes us to an apartment complex in Abilene, Texas. A young woman named Alyssa walks ahead of her sister and a friend to unlock her door while they were parking the car. As she struggles with the lock, a stranger quietly slips out of the shadows, stopping just inches behind her. Watch closely.
Can I help you?
No. You all good. I'm trying to make sure she all right.
I'm good.
No. I guess she is managed. She wants to talk to her. That's it.
Then you can go over there.
Okay.
The man appeared ready to strike, but just in time, Alyssa turned around and confronted him, forcing him to make a weak excuse and walk away. Or so it seemed. Shay Dawn uploaded this footage on her TikTok, and a few days later, all 3 girls made a storytime video explaining the terrifying truth. You see, that man didn't just leave. He went straight to the parking lot for something far more sinister, targeting the other 2 girls while they were still in their vehicle.
So I'm running up to my door, and which is where the video starts, and I notice him, kind of walk up towards me. I was like, okay, whatever, he's gonna walk past me. Well, as I'm trying to unlock the door, that's when I notice I lose him, from my peripheral vision. And as I turn around, you can see him try and take a step towards me. And that's when I'm like, can I help you? And a lot of y'all are asking like what he's saying. And it was basically like, no, I'm good. Like, she's mad. She can be mad as she wants. And then he hears my dog bark and he takes a few steps back. And I was like, well, I'm good. Like, you don't need to be here. And he was like, no, I get it. I'm good too. And I was like, okay, well, you can go over there. Not knowing I actually sent him to them.
Yeah, and so when he walks off and comes to us, so we were still in the car, we were just parking, and like, you know how it is, like, you're having fun, you're cracking jokes, you're really not paying attention to what's going on. So she was in the passenger, I was in the driver's side, and when I open the door and I look up, he is standing right there, like, smiling at me. And so I just freeze. And right away she was just like, hey, what? And I'm not saying anything, and I'm looking at this guy, and he's smiling at me, and I said, like, the same words as her, can I help you? And he was like, oh, no. And then he comes to, like, grab me out of the vehicle, and I stop him. I'm like, no. And I scoot out from the car, and she now has noticed him, and she is standing beside me on the other side of the door, and he notices that there's two girls now, and he steps back away from us, and we go walking, and he starts following right behind us. Like, we need to
She's
go.
like, let's go.
We need to go. And so that's when you see us run into the building, and she opens the door because she hears us, like, grab the doorknob. And
She's also watching the Ring camera for us.
I was watching the Ring camera because I was the only one with the set of keys. Since we did have a DD, we didn't need to take all our keys with us.
As you can see, having failed to catch them, the man returned to their door and stood there silently. After that, he left. Police eventually arrested the suspect for public intoxication, but despite the calculated stalking, the chase, and the attempt to pull the girls from their car, he was released shortly after. Of all the footages we have seen so far, this next one is the most unsettling.
The poor grandma.
On the night of January 31st, 2026, 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie was resting alone in her Arizona home. Due to her advanced age, she had trouble walking and was dependent on daily medication. At around 1:47 a.m., her Ring doorbell camera captures a masked figure emerging from the dark. He is wearing gloves, carrying a backpack, and is carrying fatal equipment. The intruder tampers with the doorbell camera to blind the lens. He first uses his gloved hands to block the camera, but it doesn't work. Then he searches around the porch area, walks over to a nearby flower pot, and uses a plant branch to finally block the camera. In the morning, Nancy was supposed to attend a church service, but she didn't show up. When her family couldn't find Nancy Guthrie there, they went to her house to check on where she was, but the house was completely empty. Nancy was gone. However, they saw crimson stains at the entrance. Seeing this, the family immediately called the police, after which a massive FBI investigation began. Nancy is the mother of famous news anchor Savannah Guthrie. Since then, the family has received several ransom notes demanding millions of dollars in cryptocurrency. This proves that Nancy is still alive. Despite the announcement of $1 million reward, there's still no trace of her to this day. Before we reveal the last footage, thank you so much for the incredible support on this disturbing Ring doorbell series. We're just a few steps away from hitting 500 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button to join the community, and promise you, I will keep making these high-quality, deeply researched videos. Now, let's look at our final case.
The friendly stranger.
Our final case takes us to Charlotte, North Carolina in April 2021. It was around 8:40 p.m. Shayla Bryant's 13-year-old son had just stepped out of the house to walk the family dog. But the moment he steps outside, a silver BMW suddenly pulls up and stops right in front of their house. Did you notice that? The moment the boy steps out of the house, that BMW pulls up within a second, almost as if the driver had been waiting for him in the shadows, as if he knew exactly what time the boy would come out. The man immediately kills his headlights and steps out of the vehicle. He approaches the boy and begins asking strange, unsettling questions. His behavior was clearly sinister, but before things could take a darker turn, the boy's father noticed the suspicious car from inside the house. He rushed outside to confront the stranger and demand to know why he was talking to his son.
What you got to ask my son?
I was wondering about the airplane noise.
Talking to my son and he ain't got no adult out here. That's kind of creepy.
Caught off guard, the man began making strange excuses before jumping back into his car and speeding away. Police searched the area, but the silver BMW had already vanished into the night. It is a terrifying reminder that if his father had been even a second later, the story might have had a very different ending.